Start recording. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Kubernetes Cluster API Azure Weekly Office Hours, just July 17th, 2025. We are a subproject of SIG Cluster Lifecycle, and we abide by the Kubernetes Community Rules of Conduct, which you all know what that means. But in general, let's make this a welcoming place. If you want to add your name to the attendee list, please do so. I think that's all the boilerplate we're supposed to cover. And then discussion. Brian, you have the one thing we've written down so far. Go for it.
Sure. This PR recently merged. I was wondering if it would be possible to get it in like a 120 patch and possibly like a 119 patch.
Yeah, so this is the toggling components on and off
Yeah.
the manager flag. And otherwise, it's going to sit here in main until uh, when's the next release? End of August? August 11th, assuming we hit that date. So yeah, I thought about this a little bit, and we do have like positive criteria of what we put in cherry pick in the release branches, which is, if it's a bug fix, it has to go in. And if it's a big improvement to a test, we should really consider putting it in. And I thought we said otherwise no, but we don't really say that because it's kind of SEMVer itself that generally says, don't put features in patch releases, right? So, but we do give ourselves an out here for doing a minor release more frequently than is scheduled. And so maybe this falls into this category. Not that we need to be super strict according to the rules, but this is how we set the project up. And so I guess we could argue, since this is an important feature for a customer, we could do a minor release ahead of schedule.
Okay.
Because we do say that here under the so we can make that argument. And then I think the only trade-off, and I would want to discuss this with, I guess, probably Jack Francis and some of the other maintainers who everybody except Alima and I is out of the office today. uh, and just make sure they were agreed with that. And then I think the only trade-off for us in terms of maintenance would be we would probably want to support 3 release branches for a little longer rather than just 2, since we did a hurry up release. I would think it'd be kind of unfair to say, oh, we're dropping support for the 119 releases a month before we plan to, or several weeks before we plan to. That's not fair from a customer point of view. So then we would just want to support 3 releases for a short amount of time, I think. Anyway, um, so I think the way to do it and not violate the other thing we could do is just say, yeah, sure, it's a cherry pick and it goes in a patch release. And yeah, you're not really supposed to let features out in patch releases, but we're not that strict. We could consider doing that. I think it would be cleaner and more uh more proper to do a hurry up minor release. So um anyway, that's my brain dump. And basically I think I should discuss this with the rest of the team, the rest of the maintainers, and see what they think, or we should do that. But unfortunately, that's probably Monday.
Okay, no problem. That all makes sense. I was gonna say too, like the type of PR it was bug. So I didn't know if that made
Was it
backporting
really? Oh,
easier.
actually, that
Yeah.
does. That makes it much easier. I was not paying attention to that part. Oh, yeah, because just on the surface, it sounded like a new feature. But if we classified this already as a bug, oh yeah, 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 sure.
Yeah.
Then we should.
So I
Never
mean it
mind.
kind
All of
of
my words mean nothing. Yeah, if we called it
okay.
a bug, then we can just cherry pick it. We should have actually. So I doubt it's just going to cherry pick, right? Probably have to be a manual thing, but let's find out.
I would bet since it changes the API a bit.
We can try. Maybe we'll get lucky. Yeah, sorry, I was thinking this was a feature, and it's not. So yes, the answer is we should have been paying attention and already tried to cherry pick this. In general, we want all bug fixes to go backward.
Okay, well, if they don't automatically cherry pick, I can take a look at it and do the manual part.
That'd be great. Cool. Yeah,
Thank
and then
you.
we can get those merged, and then those will go out in the next patch release, which hopefully is early next week.
Okay.
All right, great. Um, I guess that's it for the agenda. You guys have anything else we should talk about, or? All righty. Have a good rest of the week. We'll see you next week.
Yeah. See
Thank
ya.
you. See ya.